By the way, yeah, so that's a perfect segue. So you're entering now the second year of your full-fledged content creator, TikToker slash chef para sa masa, no? However you want to put it. How did it start? Like, nung, kasi eto, I'll be honest about it. You were one of the persons that I watched before I started my own TikTok. I mean, it's not as active as my other platforms, but it's a pretty decent kind of, refraction and response. But yun nga, kasi nung una mo nung sinabi ng TikTok, ito yung mga, alam mo na, di ba?
Dance, yeah.
It's not just the dance, the all sorts of trashiness you see there. Although, sa pagkaalam natin, sa China, they actually use TikTok to teach mathematics. No, like for instance, how to solve a calculus problem in 15 to 30 seconds, right? How to do SAT examination. So actually, they use it for very creative, educational purposes.
Academic.
But once it went to US, you have all these 12-year-old kids doing crazy stuff. Next thing you know, they have 70 million followers, right? And the algorithm is way wilder than anything I've seen, right? Of course, kaya nga ginagaya ni Elon Musk yung mga views na nilagay sa Twitter ngayon, di ba?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so how did you get into TikTok? Why did you choose TikTok as your primary medium? Although, of course, you're active also on Facebook and other platforms, but you're really a TikToker first and foremost, right? How did it start?
Because I didn't know anything about TikTok. So sabi ko, how are they putting out videos there? There's this guy, video niya for 30 to 45 seconds is he's sleeping with hundreds of thousands of views. So
Nakakainis, di ba? Nakakainis yung mga ganun.
Right. So ako parang, what's up with that? Tapos naisip ko, okay. This is what's going to capture the attention of people because it's short form.
Or capture the short attention span of people.
Remember, remember, Richard, even in our speech classes or comms classes in UP, they would always, whether kasyonto or kaysyon, they would always say, when you create a piece or a speech, you need to have an elevator speech, which is the first 20 seconds of your speech. Dapat makuha mo yung attention nila with
boom.
An outrageous fact, a question, a challenge, diba?
Right. The
so
first
sabi ko,
exactly.
Parang ganito yung TikTok, dadigdagan mo lang ng konti. Tapos, kunwari, nakakatawa. Yung isa sa unang pumatok kong video, sabi ko lang, kung hindi ka ganito magluto ng sunny side up na egg, thank you na lang sa lahat. Which is for me, my version of sunny side up is crispy yung gilid, pero the yolk is so it's over easy, pero crispy yung gilid, parang ganon. And then it blew up. So sabi ko, so people are actually looking for nuggets of information that actually resonates with them.
Yeah. Correct.
So sabi ko, gusto ko to kasi madali. Hindi madali, I mean, alam nyo ho, isang gusto ko lang linawin, hindi dahil maigsi yung videos namin sa TikTok, madali siyang gawin. Kasi, ang pagluluto, sisimulan mo at tatapusin mo. So, kung 12 minutes yung video, nagpakita ka ng nagluto ng kaldereta, or 2 minutes, pareho lang po yung steps. Aabot ng 3 oras yung pag-shoot. Talagang nasa editing lang. At kung paano ka magsusulat ng storyline na pasok sa loob ng 2 minuto.
But so why don't you do like different style, like long form on YouTube and then short form on TikTok para hindi sayang content mo? Why are you doing that?
I have several videos na ganon.
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe you can do that because I try to do that in my case. I'm also checking reels, I'm also checking shorts. Kung may time, diba? Why not do both? I mean, like have a long form for YouTube channel, yung mga medyo may more attention span or really are willing to dedicate time, and then yung mga quick lang, mga 15 seconds, 30 seconds how to learn. I mean, you can do both, right? I mean, you can have multifarious productions.
Yeah, I have a series. It's a limited series. It's called Yummification. I have long form in YouTube.
Yummy, no? Ang term mo sa mga kameta mo, diba?
Yummies.
Yummies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, Yummification, that's a limited series. It has the long form in YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and then I have
so what's your name on YouTube? Para, kasi may mga nagtatanong dito sa mga followers natin.
All my social media is
Chef
Chef Angelo
Angelo
Guison.
Guison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's easy to find him. Easy to find him. Well, your TikTok is confirmed. So my blue seal yan. So it's you're not gonna have any problem finding him. Kasi mas wild kasi in TikTok, you know. So thanks to you, mas na appreciate ka. Now going back to this. So how do you do it? Like, hindi ba mahirap? I mean, ako, napagod ako with doing my own very basic vlogs and all kasi wala naman akong production team and all. Although I have a good friend, si Tier, who helps me with shoutout naman kay Tier, sometimes with the thumbnails and all kasi wala akong oras and all, or just basic editing. But more or less, it's a do it yourself for me. How do you do your videos? Because your videos look pretty fine. I remember I showed a friend of mine, I said, oh, ganun pala pwede gawin TikTok. Sabi na, ay, production yan, production level. So, ay, oo nga, no, ganyan. And then nung nag-usap tayo sa Baguio, parang, ano production level? Kami lang
iPhone
yan. Ano production level? Paki-explain nga, how do you do it? I don't want to use the word on the cheap, but on the Ilocano, how can you do really nice ones, production level style na ginagawa mo? Can you tell us something about that?
All right. I think what
Aspiring
I learned about
TikTokers dyan. Ayan, makinig kayo.
what I learned about content creation, meron kang mga 4 to 5 essentials lang.
Aha.
Number 1,
Okay.
clear visuals.
Good visual.
So,
magandang camera.
mag-ano ka na, tawag doon.
Best
Kung
camera.
nagsisimula at hindi kaya ng budget mo na mag mirrorless camera or DSLR, phone, a decent smartphone with good camera would bring you a long way, right?
Yung mga
That's
Xiaomi,
one.
di ba? Yung mga medyo affordable. Xiaomi, sorry, I'm not, hindi walang sponsorship. Saying. They do well, di ba? Yung mga ibang Chinese phones, I saw they do pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, so clear visuals. Number 2, audio. Kahit gaano kaganda visual mo, kung pangit ang audio mo,
Correct.
hindi ka papakinggan. So mag-invest ng konti doon sa mga, like, ito, ginagamit ko to when I record videos.
Hindi
Ganyan.
lapel or yung yung wireless
I do lapel yung wireless.
Correct.
Kapag outdoor.
Aha.
Yan.
Yeah.
Para
correct.
Captured.
Exactly.
Yun. So around lang yon, 5,000, 6,000 pesos kayang pag-ipunan. Ano na yun one receiver, 2 transmitter. So pwede na kung tayong dalawa nagchichikahan, pwede na tayong sabay. So same yung nakaka-capture. So you have your visuals, you have your audio. Number 3, part ng visuals pero ibahin natin lighting. Yan.
That's it.
Kung walang pambili ng ilaw, timingan ang pag-shoot. Umaga, like 7 to 9, sa may bintana, or 3:30 to 5, golden hour.
Golden hour, yeah.
Yan.
Anak, labas na tayo. Diyan na, yung mga ganyan tayo.
Yan. Pero, mag-strategize. Kasi kunwari, magpapakulo ka ng karne na napakatagal, inabot ka ng dilim, o di kailangan mag-ilaw. Quick lang. Mga prito-prito. Tapos by the window. Ganyan. So, meron na tayong 4, ano ba? 4. And 5, the one is your storyline. Kahit maigsi na 1 minute, ano yung simula, ano yung katapusan. Paano mo tatahiin yung one step to the other. Diba? So, nadadaan yan sa VO, kunwari, o nadadaan yan sa visuals. Transition, kunwari. Okay, pagkatapos nating gisahin ang ating filling para sa ating lumpia, punta naman tayo doon sa wrapper. Ang kailangan natin sa wrapper, 2 itlog, 3/4 cup of ganito. Okay, ganun. O, di ba parang nag-VO na ako.
May tie back.
Oo. Tapos, at ito, overall na. 5, no? 5 yung ano natin. Tapos, bakit mo ba ito ginagawa? Bakit ka maglalabas ng content? Do you want to educate? Do you want to entertain? Do you want to just have a creative outlet? Kasi doon sa purpose kung ba't mo ginagawa yun, magsistick ka sa una doon eh. Kaya lang mabubore ang audience mo. Diversify ka, pero anchor doon sa dahilan pa rin bakit. Example, cooking videos, 'di ba? Ang ginagawa ko nung una. Naimbitahan tayo ng mga restaurants para tumikim, para kumain. Food pa din. So pasok dun sa natin na food and information.
Right.
Pasok dun sa dalawa nating goal. Dun sa review, mabibigyan mo sila ng option kung saan pwedeng kumain at this price range.
Right.
Anong pwedeng orderin sa restaurant na to.
Right.
'Di ba? Yung mga ganon. So, doon ka babalik. Kasi medyo, minsan maraming content creators na nagsisimula, medyo makalat. What I meant by that is, iba-iba yung content.
Ako! Ganun ako! Ayan, content ko si Chef,
motivational.
tapos Lord De Vera, tapos yan.
Hindi. Pero yung diversity yun ng guest mo.
Right,
Pero ikaw, as a content creator, always would, I think, kung bibigyan kita ng 3 salita kung ano yung dahilan mo sa gagawa ng content, is to always search for the truth. Parang ganon. 3 words. Search for truth. Parang laging ganon yung ano sa'yo. In whatever field, in whatever area, hindi ba? So yun, doon lang tayo babalik-balik. Yan. Sa mga aspiring...
Number 6, energy. Pansin ko talaga, if you have energy, ang ganda ng response. Kasi even if malinis yung pagkagawa mo, maganda yung visuals, pero walang energy level, you can see it doesn't resonate as much. But even if medyo hindi maganda, medyo kalat, if you put your enthusiasm and energy, people respond to it. People respond to enthusiasm and all. So I think that's what, kasi yun nga that's the difference with, of course, I work in the mainstream media. If you look at the mainstream media, it's very well curated, standardized, professional, perfect yung hair, perfect yung mukha, ganun. Pero yung magawa mo sa social media, yung talagang medyo mabibo, kahit medyo kalat, yung energy that you pass on, I think that's really part of charisma. No, I'm almost spiritual about it. Ako napansin ko, whenever I'm energetic, kahit bardagulan, kahit nangangasar ako, the resonance factor or quotient is always higher.
You know, another thing is that the consumers of content right now, which is the audience, they wanna live vicariously through the content creator.
Exactly.
So, kunwari, yung mga OA na content creators, yung mga grabe yung energy, tas yung mga tipong galit na sarcastic, maybe because the audience cannot actually say that.
Yeah.
Nakikita nila
doon. Ito. See what you're doing. Yeah. Exactly.
Diba?
Masabi niya yung hindi mo masabi pero gusto mo sabihin. Or matikman niya yung mga gusto mo matikman pero you're not willing, or you're not.
Correct.
Or, diba? Yung mga
kunwari, sa amin sa food, frustrated ka na hindi mo mapasarap yung isang matagal mo lang niluluto. Tapos meron lang palang isang bagay na nami-miss mo, tapos na-share sa'yo ng content creator. So, ikaw, you live vicariously through the creator. So, I think yun. Yung resonance na sinasabi mo and energy.
Yeah.
Kasi, nakikita nila yung sarili nila na sana or ayun pa. Ganun.
Aspirational, like I can be like that, or this is something I can. And for me, my experience is, of course, transition between mainstream and content influencer, whatever you want to call it, vlogger, is that I can be even more spontaneous in my vlogs and all, in ways that I'm not necessarily on CNN International or BBC, but sometimes I see that they feed off on each other. No, I'm a little bit more comfortable even in my TV interviews sometimes the way I talk, because the vlogger in me is now more prominent, right, in terms of my outlook, my energy level and all. Although I try to control myself, Richard, iba to, different yan. But I realize also what people like, especially in Gen Z and younger millennials. Ayaw nila ng overproduction. Gusto nila yung may konting imperfection, may konting, may konting kalat dito. Kasi gano'n naman talaga tayo lahat, diba? Hindi naman yung, okay, I almost said something political, but no, I'm gonna say, like, I think one of the reasons President Duterte was very appealing to a lot of people was he speaks not in a polished way, which is what most people usually do on the side. So, kasama tayo, hindi naman tayo maayos magsalita. Ang kalat natin, di ba?
Yung tricycle driver na nasa kanto at bumabiyahe, nakaka-relate kay Duterte, pero hindi makaka-relate kay Marrojas.
Nagkakati-kati.
Aminin na natin
yun. Tapos, yung explain niya, yung hindi niya masabi. Tapos, alam mo na yan, yung gano'n na yan. Speaking of